You can't tell me that intro ain't something special. Shout out to Ryder on the beat. That man is,
He talented.
awesome. Yes, 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 yes. I got my fan today because it's a little warm in here where I'm at, but I know it was wintertime earlier this morning. Everybody had on their coats. Everybody put up their dukes and boots up and put on their pants and long johns because winter said, guess what? It ain't over yet.
Still here. Wow.
It's like that Prince song, it snows in April. Hey, don't get too excited, babies. Look, wrap them kids up so this flu and all this pneumonia can go away, okay? All right, be smart with it. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on? This your girl, Ms Maggie T. What's up, Deshaun Coswell? How you doing? What's going on? Let me go ahead and put that up there. What? Show on stage. They got a new way of this thing. Is okay.
Yes, it is.
The way they StreamYard don't update it something. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Thank you, Deshaun. What's up, Queens? Yeet, get some. Make way sports. What's going on? How you doing? Yeah, this is a little off. I don't like how this is playing now. Oh wow. You got to press it, and then it's like an extra window that pops up. You'll notice it in soon. Rise up, hello, ladies and coach, and everyone in the chat. What's going on? We got the home team, Blackberry. What's going on with you? He said, "Yeet, Lady Birds, coach of coaches, aka Mr. 500. Yeet, home team." Man, I'm glad you said that because we got a little video for him just to celebrate the milestone of reaching. I already gave it to him. 500. Let's do it.
What's up, y'all? This your girl, Ms Maggie T, Lady Birds of AFN. Want to give a huge shout out to Coach Unchained. He has met the 500 subscriber mark right before the draft. Guys, you did it for him. If you haven't already, go ahead and onto YouTube and subscribe to his channel. Hit that alert bell so you won't miss anything and leave some feedback, you guys. Congratulations, Coach Unchained, Atlanta Falcons Nation's own coach, you guys. I'm excited for him because it's a long time coming and well deserved. All right, people, give him a big shout out again, you guys. Appreciate you.
Congratulations, Coach. Congratulations. I hope you happy. Oh, we got with Miss J in the back. Let's go ahead and bring her on in. We didn't even introduce ourselves. You came in right on time. Right now, we are definitely giving our honor to Mr. Coach Unchained for reaching 500 subscribers right before the draft now. How do you feel? How do you feel?
Thank you. Hey, I appreciate it. I actually do appreciate you guys, man, because without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So, I thank you. Appreciate it.
Because Coach came in at one point, was like, well, you know what? I don't really care about it. But it's like, come on, you're the hardest working man out there.
Definitely. I learned a lot from him. I definitely learned.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Not coaching anymore. This is my outlet. So I
yeah.
do it back. So,
and that's how I feel. I feel like this is therapy. Like, especially with my second podcast, I'm getting ready to start back up where we talk about anything and everything. I just love to do it. It's not even about the money. It's not about the subscribers. Because I feel like if you're authentically watching this channel, you are truly a fan. So no matter the size, as long as you guys are entertained and come on back and leave some positive feedback, we love it. Because it keeps us going. Like, we don't want to talk to ourselves all day long. What's going on, Brian Peoples? He said, hello, ladies. What's going on? And Coach. All right. Congratulations, Coach. We got D. Coleman saying congratulations. What's up, Cool CC? Okay. All right. You guys in these names, I'm going to have to get it together over here. So I think we got a super chat right here. We got one from Brian Peoples. Honestly, the AFN crew came a long way. I'm very proud of y'all. Thank you. Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. Oh, no, actually, he's a member. Sorry about that. Easy colors be throwing me off. But let's go ahead and give us an introduction to who we are in case you don't know. I'm Ms Maggie T, the first lady of AFN. Right next to me again, you guys already know who that was. You know, he getting the honor. Mr. Coach, can you introduce yourself?
What's going on, everybody? Coach Unchained, man. Got a invite from the ladies' bird today. Honor, so let's get this thing started, man, because a lot of stuff to talk about.
That's right. We got a lot to talk about. And right underneath me, who's that snuck in the back door?
Well, you already know it's your girl Whitney J from the A Ready to Slay. How y'all doing today?
Hey, girl.
Yeah, I know I've been missing for a little bit. Your girl is in graduate school, so I've been getting to the work. So
get that work done.
Well done.
Hey, that's important. Get your education on, girl.
Get that work done. That's it.
I love it. And right next to Miss Miss Scholar, who's right next to her? Introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm better known as Auntie Pam from the Sea-Town, Columbus, Georgia. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, now y'all know Miss Pam. She be out in the streets and out of state, out of town. Anywhere the Falcons are, she's there. Yeah. So that is our residential tour guide. So if y'all see her, you see Whit, you see Coach out there somewhere, because he go to games when they in town. Oh, yeah. Y'all show some love to all of them. So thank you again. Thank you again. But let's go ahead and get right into it. I think we'll leave Pam's part. Let's get into some conversation first, then we'll get into a surprise, because she's eager to do it. So, and it's great to have it on this show. So if you guys haven't already subscribed, like and share this content. But let's get right into the first topic of the day. Let's see who we're going to talk about. Well, since we missed last week, we couldn't really get into this conversation, but I wanted to give the ladies an opportunity. Now I'm going to play something real quick, ladies. And I want the audience and everybody to kind of tell me, what didn't you not hear? Okay. So it's like a 2-minute video. So go get your coffee, your beer, your water, and take a gander of this conversation. I
know what I didn't
hear.
You
haven't heard it, Coach?
I know what I didn't hear.
I
know exactly what I didn't hear.
Okay. So for those that don't know what we didn't hear or haven't heard the video, we're just going to play it. About 2 minutes and 49 seconds. If you can stomach it, I'm just playing. Here we go.
Today I'm announcing my retirement. Started when I was 8 years old. Just a kid from Foley, Alabama. It was an amazing ride. I like to think my family, through this whole process, was my support system. Without them, none of this could have been possible. I want to thank my teammates in high school. I want to thank Ty Watson, Joel Williams, from converting me from running back to receiver my sophomore year. I want to thank Shane Jones, my receiver coach as well. Then on to college, man. Again, I want to say thank you to all of my teammates. Coach Saban was a great father figure for me for those 3 years in college. I want to thank Kurt Signetti, my receiver coach, Coach Cochran, strength and conditioning. Just hard work, I know what hard work is, but just needed the guidance to hone it, to be the best version of myself. And from there, man, I want to thank my teammates in the league as well. Matt Ryan, thank you. It was a lockout in 2011. You went as far as taking me to your home, showing me the playbook, going to fields, going over plays. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Ryder, Harry, Eric Weems, Terry Robisky, Mike Smith, man, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all just for being there for me. Again, Ryder, Harry, teaching me the blueprint as far as a receiver, being a pro. Again, man, thank y'all. Y'all my brothers forever. Thank you. I appreciate you, man. I'm making this announcement today because of the city of Atlanta. Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. It's nothing but love. I'm doing this on 404 Day. It was a hell of a ride. I also want to thank the other ball clubs out there as well, organizations. Tennessee, thank you for the opportunity. Tampa, thank you for the opportunity. Eagles, thank you for the opportunity. But this one for the city, man. I appreciate y'all.
I mean, I wanted to play it. I know everybody kind of heard it, but did you really pay attention?
Yes.
To something that was omitted from his entire thank you? Yeah. Brian Peoples, not just off the blank.
The logo itself.
The logo. He said Tennessee, Eagles, Tampa Bay.
Not the Falcons, not Atlanta Falcons.
He said the city of Atlanta. That's all.
He did. He said that. I don't think he said Atlanta.
I don't think he said Atlanta.
No, he did. He said he said he did it for the city.
That's why I got on my 404 shirt, because he said he was doing it officially on 404 day, or 404, however you want to say it, because of the holiday. It's a special day for Atlanta, but he didn't say Atlanta Falcons. Did anybody notice that?
Yeah,
there you go. I noticed that right off the bat.
Yes, yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, was that a jab? Was that purposely done?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. We know how the time ended here, and I feel like even if that's the case, you became a superstar here. You was that man in this city. Even when other people was talking about Megatron and every other wide receiver, we put you on our back. We said Julio was that GOAT, that man out there. We did that. You left on bad terms. You wanted to be a diva. And we all know AB do not like divas. He do not like when people end on bad terms. And I just feel like Julio could have did it. You could have did it respectfully, even if you got issues with it. For you to mention the Eagles, the Titans, even the Bucks, that move, God.
Boy,
you mentioned a division rival. Come on, man.
The Falcons. That's a.
I don't think I heard Falcons or I heard Atlanta. I just heard them.
You didn't hear? I heard Atlanta. I didn't hear Falcons.
He didn't say Falcons.
Did he say Atlanta
at all?
He said Atlanta for the city of Atlanta. That's a difference.
It
didn't say.
I don't think he said that.
It did. He said, because he said on this special or something like that, on this day of 404, whatever. He was basically doing it on the day of 404. So he said this is for the city.
But he didn't say Atlanta. He didn't use the word Atlanta.
He didn't use Atlanta.
Well, you're right. But of course, for the city, it only implies that he mean Atlanta, though. But you might be, you could be right.
He said the city of Atlanta, Foley, Alabama, Five Slammer Jello.
What the
heck? Man. So,
what I took from that, there was some issues in that front office. There was some people in that front office he did not like.
Well, he didn't want to work. Y'all been blaming on the issue in the front office. He had all those years here. He didn't have issues when he was getting paid, did he?
There you go.
No issues.
They paid him.
Issues about getting paid, right? When you're in professional. You ain't have no issue.
Yeah, when they try to restructure his contract and stuff like that, he had an issue.
I don't know when a certain wide receiver got more money than he did, he had an issue.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Blackberry, you talking about we kind of reaching here. Is it a reach?
Christian Kirk.
Is it a reach?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Christian Kirk.
Come on. Is it though? He said the other franchises. He didn't specifically say, and thank you, Atlanta Falcons, for starting me or what have you. He went down from his high school, college.
Drafted me or something.
So I don't think it's a reach.
Thank you for
he went all the way back to high school with it.
Yeah, so you going down your timeline, it's right after college you go into, and thank you for the Falcons for drafting me. If you didn't say anything else, you could have said that. But I love controversy. I love different opinions, so I appreciate that, Blackberry, including Grady. He did say the city is the fans. Yeah, the city is the fans, of course. And that's all that matters to me, honestly. As long as he gave us, because we've been mixed feelings about it and everything, as long as he gave us, we appreciate you, especially with Matt Ryan, because they was like, oh, Julio Jones didn't show up at his ceremony and, his ceremonial night. And you know, there was beef with the organization, but apparently he doesn't have any beef with Matt Ryan. If
I think
anything,
Matt Ryan trying to smooth things over to make sure he could get in a good grace with the organization. Because he did mention him at the Ring of Honor that he praised him. He thanked him for that at that particular night.
I think Roddy and Harry are also trying to work things and smooth things over, but Jamal Anderson, he actually said a little tidbit on X, aka Twitter. I'm always gonna call it Twitter.
I just call it Twix.
Twix, okay.
Where people was mentioning, do they ever think if Julio retired, if they gonna let him in the Ring of Honor? He was giving that, they're gonna have to fix some stuff and everything else like that. He was giving some pushback on that, and a couple of other alumni players were saying the same thing too. So it's just like, was it a contract dispute? Because I mean, we did give him all that money.
He had just got paid. It wasn't
just got paid. Because I remember that whole summer situation where I think he was working out with Terrell Owens and all that extra stuff like that. I was like, please.
That's when he started getting with the Migos.
I think he was
that
was person to start following behind. Please.
Different personality came out during that time.
Look at this fool here. Look at this fool here.
Just called to tell Ice to tell him to get set and shut. You know what? I don't like how this thing is showing up on my phone today.
Funny to me,
I watched that game, I died, boy.
That was funny to learn that he wasn't talking to Sanu, that he was actually talking to Julio. I thought he was always talking to Sanu.
Me too.
It was Julio.
I knew that.
It says and Maddie said he could have ended the speech with, and lastly, thank you to the Falcons for trading your entire draft for me.
Hey, what I always say, Cleveland go Cleveland.
He did not even acknowledge that.
Yeah.
And didn't even mention the owner on top of that.
That's
I'm
what,
like, what
that
did
kind of
pay y'all the money? You didn't acknowledge him?
Yeah.
I'm like, even if you had issues, like Arthur was that, like Arthur gave everything to you. I mean,
that's why we was in Camp Hill because of him. Ryan had to restructure his contract.
And I still think Rich probably too.
All right, you know what? Y'all can keep blaming Rich McKay.
Don't blame Rich McKay. That man had an ego.
It's Julio.
It was
Julio.
Julio had got an ego.
He had an ego. He didn't want to have to show up and come to work like in practice and all that.
Kind of way that he left. He signed something on a Tennessee Titan letterhead. That kind of really got my goal right there. If you're gonna say goodbye to the fan, at least be respectful. Don't put it on another team letterhead. So that's where my beef is. My beef about him.
So I put this quote up here. Now I'm blind to death, so
I am too.
I got my 4 eyes in.
What it say?
You need some help, Maggie.
Yes, please.
Okay, this is from Roddy White. That's that nigga. Let me just say it. That's that nigga. Congrats to my brother on his retirement. Hell of a run and the best wideout I've played with and seen while playing football. First ballot Hall of Famer and loves Atlanta like he was born there, or the ATL. I'm happy I got to be along for the journey.
And you know what, Roddy White always been my favorite in my book. Now the question is are they arguably the greatest duo
for the Falcons?
Yes.
Oh, top.
That was a hell of a duo. That was
Julio and then everybody.
Now, Julio made some spectacular catch. My favorite was the Super Bowl catch that he made. That's my favorite one of all time. You know, so no doubt he is in my opinion, first ballot Hall of Fame.
I'm going to say yes in modern day football. Now that Terrence Mathis and what's called wasn't bad either.
Okay.
I still gotta go right in.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna give him that. I'm gonna give him that due because of the modern day football.
Yeah,
these guys playing today in doing this era here, they didn't have to go through what those guys went through back there. You could just grab them.
That's true.
You can't touch these guys.
Oh, now they.
Oh, no, I think Julio probably could have lasted there, boy. He was just.
Well, Julio probably would have been successful in it. Yeah.
Yeah, Julio could have lasted.
Big.
Julio numbers would have been would be much better than what it did if he wouldn't went to a diva, started doing the extra shit. Then he had injuries nagging him. His stint with those other 3 teams he so happily mentioned took your numbers down, bro. Took your numbers down.
It did.
He is number 16 in receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was another quote that I found very interesting, and it's before he announced his retirement, and I was just like, "What?
Let's see this.
What's happening here?"
Oh, the podcast.
Apparently, Harry Douglas, he's doing his thing now as far as podcaster, but he don't brought in Roddy White and Julio in his mentions. Now, this one's from like Dirty Gang or Dirty Bird Gang, whatever. So I don't know how legitimate that caption is, but it kind of just brings up a conversation. What do you think this tweet means? Hey, are you ready and all that kind of stuff? Because is it about the retirement, or do you think they get ready to do something for us to see all 3 of them speaking?
Oh, they definitely gonna do a podcast.
Well,
I can see them doing a podcast.
Tea will be spilled. Y'all, everybody get your teacups. Everybody get your sugar. Everybody get your tea bag. Oh, Lord. Tea spilled. Get your crumpets. Get all that.
What did they algae crumplers? But I would say this. I would say Harry, of course, he's not gonna do too much because he still works for the organization.
Yeah.
And Roddy, even though he blames a lot of stuff on Rich McKay, especially they let him go before that integral season, he's not going to talk too bad about the organization. But Julio is the wild card on what he would say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to say this with only because he probably wants to be honored in a Ring of Honor or somewhat. He might speak his piece per se, but he might hold back on some things because maybe he wants to get in a good light, because that was kind of after, I'm pretty sure the fans was tweeting him and giving him all kinds of hell as the way that he exit. And he probably felt that, definitely. But of course, I think it was more against the franchise than the fans at the end of the day. They were just reacting to the situation because we love Julio Jones. He's the best that ever done it with the franchise, in my opinion, one of the best. So I feel like he's probably not going to dog them, but he's probably going to mention something that's going to be a little interesting. So we'll just have to wait and see. But that's if they're doing something. Maybe it's just like a interview or something. I don't know.
Can I twist this conversation up just a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Now, he left when Arthur Smith came, right?
Yeah, he did.
When Terry came in. Terry came in too. Both Terry and Arthur came in.
When FedEx was backing up, but we already knew that off season towards the end was that was causing the issue.
True. Okay. Looking at what happened with Arthur Smith. That was a bad situation for Julio anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Think about it.
He wasn't going to be seeing the ball much because Arthur Smith too running.
It ain't even that. Matt played that 1 year, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that 1 year.
Now, what Arthur Smith did that year. The only reason Cal had 100,000 yards because we ran the ball well.
Yeah, so you tried to get to Sean Watson.
Yeah.
That BS. I know.
That was the following year. But I'm talking about that year Julio left when he had Cal Pitts came in and so on and so on. Then Mr. Dance.
The year they drafted Cal Pitts.
Yes. Then Mr. Dance Man want to go play some, play a little slots or whatever he would have. That wasn't a good situation anyway. So I think fireworks would have happened during that season anyway if he would have came in. Think about it. Arthur Smith was this so-called strict guy. He had an ego also. Yeah. But we found out his ego wasn't wasn't no
And
bite.
you could be right there. It maybe Julio wasn't feeling that situation. It's like, yeah, you coming in here trying to act like you just trying to take over and handle some things.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get acquainted with you first before you,
bingo.
you know.
Bingo.
And not just that, I mean, look at what he was doing in Tennessee. That was all Derrick Henry in Tennessee.
Bingo.
Maybe he felt like his touches that they was going to go away from the air and start doing running, which is technically what they did. And I'm just like, honestly, I wouldn't have been mad if they would have pushed Kyle to second wide or tried to find a way to mix him in with Julio, still being wide receiver 1. But it was up in the air then. I just think it was egos. I think it was contracts at that point. Rich McKay had left us in a deep-ass hole, and shit flared.
Hey, Coach, question. Who was the leading receiver on that Tennessee team? It was it John Smith or was it AJ Brown?
AJ Brown.
He went to a situation that you had John New and you had what's going so.
Yeah, it was him. It was AJ Brown.
A second fiddle in Tennessee anyway.
He was a second fiddle.
And so, but go back to Tyreek Johnson's. I wanted to highlight some of the other people's comments. It said, remember, Arthur Smith took a shot at Julio at a press conference, but was that after that interview came out?
I think that was
after the interview came out when he took a shot.
Was
it?
I think
it was after that because they was asking a lot about it after that. It was like the subject of everybody's topic in the press conferences quite often. So, and then we had, and then Arthur Smith. Let me go back to this one. Sorry, yeah.
Julio, I'm looking at Kevin's comment. Julio left before Matt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith has assholes tendencies, so that wouldn't rock with Quintorius.
That ain't Kevin. That's madness, man.
Because Julio left after Kyle Pitts was drafted, also.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, he left before. He left before, didn't he? Oh no, he left after.
He left after he was drafted.
Right, he did. He after they drafted him, he left. You
right.
right.
I think it was a week later he got on the Shannon Sharp show.
Yeah.
No, undisputed with skill.
Yeah. Because Kyle Pitts was saying he was looking forward to working with Julio.
Exactly.
After the draft. So yeah, he did. Yeah, okay.
It's crazy, man.
But Scotty makes a good point though. Do we think they gave Julio that money too early?
Hell yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Most
definitely. Oh, yeah.
Without question.
And I mean, and my thing is, it's like the team still took care of you. So it's like I was appalled at just how you was like, I'm out of here. It's like,
what he just said?
If you felt like
I was shocked.
I get it. I think you want to try to go, chance it and try to get a ring somewhere or whatever. Hey, I think I wanted to set my sights on somewhere else for a little while. I gave Atlanta, my all, but I'm ready to open up my options. I would have accepted that, but it was just like, fuck yeah.
This is the thing that killed me about that whole situation.
Go ahead.
Okay. How y'all, these folks talking something, maybe he didn't know he was being on TV.
Man, he knew.
Negro, you knew you was on TV.
He knew.
But also think about this also in that same situation. What was the Falcons' problem? The offense was never the Falcons' problem.
It was defense.
We didn't do anything for defense.
That's been a problem since, man.
Think about it.
Maybe he said there's been a problem.
He said we're working hard on this
never
offense,
had a good defense.
and we can't stop nobody. They still did not address the defense that year.
Exactly. Well, back then they hadn't addressed it.
So
they haven't addressed that defense in maybe about 2000 something.
Well, we addressed the defense. We bringing people in here.
Everybody want right pieces.
Everybody want name brands. I don't give a damn about name brands.
I ain't never seen them have a good defense in 98.
Well, the problem is everybody want names. Names don't make the team, man. You got to have dogs right there. You got to have dogs.
You do. You got to have.
You ain't got nothing. They
You
tried.
gotta have ones that's under the radar, that's over there just making numbers and doing things that folks, they just come out of nowhere like, hold on.
Right.
Who are these people? I mean, I'm telling you, good teams, if y'all look at the history of these teams that has been in the quiet for quite some time, that rebuilt their team and just came out of nowhere and just started being really good. But it took some time to develop that team, to grab what they needed to grab, especially they was doing terrible, meaning they was at the bottom of the totem pole anyway, grabbing up their draft, free agency, doing what they could do. So it might not be flashy signings and things like that right now because of that situation. And actually, let's go ahead and get into that conversation.
I'm about to say, hello, Puka Nakua. Who knew him?
So I wanted to get into this one because I didn't put it up there. So my bad. I didn't put Kirk Cuzzo.
Yeah.
Who?
Kirk,
His contract.
got our cousin.
Quick question. Are we good on YouTube to have an adult beverage?
Oh, go ahead.
Good.
You talking about the one right here on the right hand side, Mr. Nyght Ryder. This man stay with a beer in his hand.
Don't mention Kirk Cousins' name.
We're talking about Kirk Cousins because
I just asked because I needed a drink talking about Kirk Cousins.
I'm done with Kirk.
But basically, what Kirk Cousins is saying is now he just wants to be cut because Cleveland is not trying to take his contract on and trade.
So his contract is gonna be right. That's all I got to say.
Nah, nigga. We need some of our money. Nah.
Put on that sideline and you finna hold that clip.
That's what I was saying.
Hold on. Cleveland gonna get desperate.
They are. So it's a team gonna get desperate.
Cleveland.
Somebody else gonna get desperate.
This is what's going on. He went to Cleveland a couple of weeks ago. Y'all remember when he had the little business?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he took a good old happy picture.
His agent in Cleveland. They talk about, man, just tell them you just want to get cut. Cleveland's the way going to do it, but Cleveland's going to do it because they're going to need a quarterback. So just be patient. Right now, it's just all about being patient right now.
That's what I say.
And when they get him, I got a combo from Swenson's in Cleveland waiting on him. I pay for it myself.
But yeah, that's like a smoke screen. They're just trying to get the Falcons to bite on, but Terry need to hold steady.
Oh yeah, no, stand your ground, Terry. My cousin, stand your ground.
Stupid at all. I know he ain't stupid.
So yeah, you might be right, Coach. They might get a little desperate.
I love the way Terry playing chess, and it's looking very good to me.
He got
the man said, "Hell no, we ain't trading your ass." What?
The ball's in our court right about now. Now he's feeling the pressure of that. It's like, oh damn.
Wave that clause.
Nobody wants me at this point.
That's what happened when you try to get greedy.
Exactly. But the thing is, I discussed this before a couple of shows ago. You messed up when you went on that show and talked about you being hurt. Because it went about, we didn't know what was going on. It was bad culture too. You were selfish ass shit on what you decided to do. So now all these teams are looking like, okay, instead of just being a leader and thinking about where your team's standing was, I'd rather you have said you were hurt, you sat down. If Michael would have succeeded or failed, you would have been able to compete for your position again because we understood you was hurt. Because that lick at the Saints game was nasty. It was nasty.
He hit hard. He hit hard.
Just like I knew when Matt got hit in that game we don't like to discuss anymore. I knew it was going to be an issue the next season. Good thing it wasn't too much, but I knew he got banged up. But instead of admitting that because you knew what the call was, because you seen how that young boy had been tossing that ball, you was concerned for your position.
He knew he was going to lose that job.
He knew he was about to lose his job.
I don't think he would have actually lost. Like we said, they would have gave him opportunity to get this job back. You are hurt. You're hurt.
You lost that damn job, Cole.
You know what?
No, they would have gave him. They would have gave him a chance.
And
we got
We got somebody in the background, Pam. Let me go ahead and let you finish. Let me get one more person in the back.
You're good.
Bring her on in. Let's go ahead,
He
Miss
stresses me out.
Christy.
Damn, that must be a good
Hi,
one. Yeah.
Christy.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Chris.
Chris showed up. Do you want to chime in on this Kirk Cuzzo conversation? We're not going to do too much longer because we don't want to give him too much of our time because we over it. But him saying, I just want to be cut now because Cleveland is Cleveland. But coach said they might get desperate and decide to go ahead and take on that contract.
Well, he can't speak for Cleveland. Let Cleveland come to the Falcons and say what the exchange will be.
They've been doing it.
Because he's been doing all the talking. See, Kirk doing talking. Because he can't face nobody. Coward ass. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, he went to off the blank. He went to, and they said they had an hour-long conversation.
Yeah.
So he was begging and pleading.
That's what they said.
Boy, you must be crazy.
Yeah. Hey, I got a new nickname for Kirk Cousins. Day.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Like, I'm ready to go tell on somebody right there now. Wait a cops would have flat like got shine.
Our monthly season tickets payments go to Cousins. Yeah.
He didn't already cost us a draft pick. What else do he want? What else did he want? You didn't took the bag. Plus, you didn't took a draft pick. What else?
I said he gonna do it again, and he did it again. I knew he was gonna do it again.
They Cousins. Let him.
He can't get right. That's what it is. He can't get right.
Send Kirk Cousins to Cleveland or Pittsburgh or one of them teams.
You already know. Mike ain't gonna want to deal with him in Pittsburgh. Tomlin?
No, Mike Tomlin. Shoot, Mike Tomlin, no. Imagine how the Steelers fans gonna go in on
maybe.
Hell no, he not gonna want to deal with that.
I love what Kevin said, or I'm gonna say in your government since I see it, Kevin, that Achilles gonna stiff up sitting on that bench. Wave your claws, and we can wave bye to you. Bye bye, Felicia. That's what we hoping from. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
It says Pittsburgh is going after Rodgers. I know y'all seen Rodgers working out with DK. But we'll see. He's still Father Time.
But Roger had a shit season compared to where Kirk at least had a decent season before he put us in the shitter. So
some people probably just trying to wave that, I don't know, but somebody was saying if he do get cut, it's a possibility that he can just, nobody wants his ass. Yeah, you're gonna have to take another contract.
If he gets cut, he gonna if he gets cut, he's gonna get league minimum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he can cut. So
that's why they want to. That's why other team want us to cut him.
Exactly. Hell no.
And they ain't gonna do that. Somebody gonna cough up and get desperate.
If we end up with him, make him play every preseason snap.
That's what I'm saying. But see, he ain't gonna show up for training camp. He gonna.
You mean OTAs? He ain't gonna show up for OTAs.
Yeah, he's gonna be there. He's not coming.
I got you. So, Kevin said, I disagree, coach. As soon as Penix came in, pause. He would have balled out and never would have let that job go.
That's true. That's true.
Pause that, Ojo.
Yeah.
Nyght Ryder with that scratch.
To that point,
the possibility it's a smoke screen.
Yeah, but
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Just responding to what Maggie just said. The only thing about that, he was Raheem's boy. Raheem would have gave him another chance. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, he would have gave him another. That's his boy. He would have gave him another chance.
So all this is Nyght Ryder's fault. He's the one who gave him all the goofy.
No, don't do that.
But of course, we saying our piece about that, and I think I'm over it. So, unless some shenanigans happen again, I'm done talking about Kirk, not a cousin.
Roll
Bye.
I talked about Kirk Cousins in like weeks.
Roll on.
But because we were behind on a week, we had to bring it back up. So
that's fine.
yeah, no.
I mean, I ain't talked about him since he's been approved. So.
No, you got it, Coach. You know, we'll stick and talk about our second removed cousins. We'll talk about our second removed cousins as long as you want to. Congratulations, Coach. I missed the announcement when I came in.
Oh, I know how Blackberry came in with it. Blackberry, elderberry, raspberry.
So let me put this picture up. I forgot to do this one real quick, people. So we have a conversation also about this player. Hold on. I should have been more prepared.
It's all right. We good. You
know, because I had a funeral to attend this weekend. This is my fourth one.
Yeah.
Fourth one. Really my fifth one, but I think the fifth one was just more of a like a memorial service that was at the house. But other than that, I'm just losing people left and right. So
man, tell me about it. I went through that last year. I lost 3 uncles within 40 days.
Yeah, my goodness. So I was trying to find that picture, but I'm not going to worry about it. So this is what I want to talk about here. So let's talk about, because some people's like, hell no, don't do it. Don't do it. Why would they do it?
I'm laughing at this.
You know, it's some people really in their feelings about this. Don't do it. Don't. He don't need to be a Matt Ryan.
I don't know why.
My thing is, here go the picture right here. Michael Vick sitting right beside him. Who's to say he's not giving him some tips as well? Like they pretty much want to see this young quarterback be successful in Atlanta because it's damn time for it. And a lot of people are seeing some damn potential in this quarterback. So why not get it from somebody that Mr. MVP?
Been there and done that and understand the fan base.
They racist.
Exactly.
They racist.
This is not a DEA hire.
Oh Lord.
Jesus Christ.
I think they're concerned because of the type of quarterbacks you'll be deciding between the two. But I'm like, Matt still made it to the Super Bowl. Matt is still one of the best quarterbacks we have had. He's literally top tier. It still might break in my heart, but it is Matt Ryan. I got a number 2 jersey that's gonna stay in my closet.
And then let me say this: a lot of people are forgetting that who is a coach now.
Michael Vick.
He doesn't have time to be a mentor right now, Mr.
True, he had Norfolk State.
Right. Remember when he first came? I mean, you have a broader perspective with both of them. Two of our last 20 years. You have 2 of the top quarterbacks that you've had mentoring you. What's wrong with that? You getting a broader perspective from 2 veterans who want just one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, look, you got 2 different quarterbacks. Of course, Michael Vick's left-handed. That's number 1. Number 2, you got a guy that had the world in the palm of his hands, and just like that, he lost it. Meanwhile, coach, shut up. Don't do that. Meanwhile, you got the other guy right here who basically reinvigorated the whole franchise after everything went straight down the toilet. So you got the best of both worlds. You got the guy that will let him know what not to do. Then you got the other guy that's there to let him know what to do, to make yourself a better quarterback.
Yeah.
Right.
But I do got a question for y'all.
Right.
Do you want a person who's potentially going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame, or you want a person who's just still trying to get to that area?
Oh yeah.
You have a first ballot Hall of Famer, but it also helps that you got somebody that went through a struggle, that got into trouble, to kind of help him out, kind of steer him out of the way of
How can Matt Vick do that? Mike Vick is a head coach now. He don't have time for that shit.
He won't have
That's what I'm saying. He don't have time for it.
Mike don't have time for it, but I think that Matt give them a best of both worlds.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Matt know how to deal with this this fan base and this media and this franchise. He's better.
That's the point I was gonna make.
To let him know how to handle that. You know.
Right.
Hey,
but I mean, Mike can still make some phone calls. But
oh yeah, he could. Yeah, he definitely could.
Call can do it. Could do a lot.
Yep.
And y'all had like even with Dion. Remember, Dion was all over the place and doing commercials. I mean, Vic would be available if he needed to ask him something related to being.
Well, you can call him on the phone, but he gonna be coming to Atlanta then. Coming down the Flower Branch on the
unless they got a bye week or something.
Matt Ryan lives in Atlanta, y'all. He got a home in Atlanta.
Y'all, being a college coach is not like being a high school coach. A college coach is 24/7.
Has a job. I forgot he has a contract as a broadcaster. Nobody's telling them to stop what they're doing. A mentor simply means you getting a broader perspective. He is not going to change his style. He already has a style of play. He's just getting a broader perspective. That's all it is. I think exactly throwing it out of proportion.
They are.
A mentor only means
it's not a trainer.
You a professional. They're a professional experience. Related to whatever they've done.
And you're right about that, Christy, because he's a mentor. If he was really a part of this team, he would have been hired as some part of this leg of coaching staff. He's just giving him some pointers. He might show up in OTAs, do a little training camp appearance like they've been doing, and give him some props. Y'all see it happen all the time. For the first time, Terrence Mathis showed up. For the first time, it was a lot of these players that showed up and went over to their players of their positions of their day and said some things for them.
Right.
Why not?
He actually got a quarterback coach that can help him, and he's got the offensive coordinator who's a quarterback to help him. And I mean they got coaches there that can groom him into showing him how to play in that position.
Yeah.
Right.
I know what y'all. He'll have more access to Michael Vick than he would with Matt Ryan. Do you want me to tell you? He would. You want me to tell you why? Well, see, Michael Vick have more time than Matt Ryan.
How?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though
he's the head coach at Norfolk, he don't have no time.
Even though he is a coach, he gonna be
Matt Ryan works 1 day a week.
He'll have that one. He'll have more time because of one.
What?
You know, when you in the damn MEAC, you don't have to travel as much as Matt Ryan will have to.
Yes, they do travel 1 day a week, bro.
Come on.
You talking about?
Now, you ever heard of the internet? They don't do their own research, guy. They got people that do the research for them.
I mean, then on top of that, Terrence Mathis don't even have time. He's at.
I'm telling you, I had to enable normally.
I'm just saying he got to do a drive 3 hours.
I'm gonna tell you why it's too much work, because I've been trying to get Terrence Mathis. Normally, I have no issues. This man is extremely busy at this point. It's impossible.
He's busy.
Yeah.
Listen, I coached for 33 years at different levels, right?
And we still got Matt Sharp, Brian People.
Man.
But I still feel like Matt mentoring him wouldn't be no issue. I think a lot of people are concerned about because they're two different types of quarterback. However, I feel
they're
like
the same though.
I know,
they're the same actually.
I feel like Matt dealt with the worst parts because we understood how good Matt was, but everybody was still wishing, hoping, praying for the Mike Vick era. Everybody put a lot of fucking pressure on Matt. I did too. I won't excuse myself from that because I wanted that Mike Vick era. I was upset that he had to go to jail. I felt like that Arthur Blank should have supported him, but I mean, Mike lied. So there was nothing else you could do. So you had that delusion, which I can admit it was a delusion in our fan place, and we put a lot of that bullshit on Matt Ryan, so he could be able to present him like, we're a fickle ass fan base. Let's keep it all the way at 100. We are very, very fucking fickle.
But think about this
People
also.
don't want results early, and that's going to be a lot of pressure for a quarterback that's technically in his second year, who's now been thrust, who was told that you might sit for a year or two, go through this mentor process, and he literally had to be forced, almost Ritter-like, into the season. So people are afraid, but I'm like, I'd rather him have a mentor like Matt Ryan than to be left astray. Now, no disrespect on TJ Yates. I feel like they got him where he needs to be. However,
he's the quarterback.
You need somebody who is QB1. You need somebody who knows how to deal with the fan base as this is, who know how to quiet down the noise and be able to know to get the job done. Because I don't blame Matt for that game we don't mention. I blame Kyle Shanahan to this day, and I don't care.
Exactly.
And I blame Devontae Freeman for missing that block. I don't care how nobody feels.
More Kyle Shanahan than anything. Kyle Shanahan showed you multiple times. He's done the same thing.
I think Kyle Shanahan sold his soul to the devil. That's another story on another level about the theory of that Super Bowl.
And Chrissy, you had something to say
on with that Super Bowl.
Since I came on late, I was gonna ask y'all, have y'all talked about Twinkle Toes?
Who is that Twinkle Toes?
What? Twinkle Toes.
Oh, Twinkle Toes.
Yes, yes, we did talk about Twinkle Toes, but you can go ahead and give your feedback on it.
Yeah.
Well, I was just because I was I've been with family at the hospital all week. I was just wanting to know what the buzz was.
The buzz is, we happy to see that he did show some love to the Falcons fans. Okay. But
he said Atlanta fan. He didn't say Falcons.
Well, Atlanta fans. But he didn't give quite no recognition to the franchise. He mentioned everybody else. He said Tennessee, Tampa Bay, Eagles. He didn't say anything. Thank you off the blank for drafting me. None of that. None of it.
Oh, salty Phil.
There you go. There you go, Christy. I'm with you. He is salty. I'm along with you on that.
Who got to stop? Yeah.
So I've been trying to tell mentor Maggie, but her ass don't listen.
Don't nobody want to listen to you. So tall ass.
It said, yeah, Shannon sold the Falcons out during that Super Bowl. Fuck him and his yeah.
And the Mysterious lost his play for life in the interview. I got a lot of story behind that.
You just don't know how many San Francisco fans I encounter. They always tell me, they were like, man, you were right, dog.
He better hope I never see him at Hartsfield Jackson.
Just don't throw no alcohol at him. That's alcohol abuse.
All right. So
people was too pissed off with him.
We're gonna wrap this along. We're gonna keep it going because we got something we have to do. And then of course, we'll do I guess the last 30 minutes or so. Because we got at 9:30 we have Loch Ness podcast coming up right after us. But I want to get into
Wow.
Awful.
So what do y'all think about that? And then we're gonna make it quick, short, and sweet. And then one more topic, then we'll get into one of the big parts of the show. But Atlanta Falcons announced they are re-signing Dee Alford to add depth to the secondary. And I know our Lady Birds in the chat gave our little opinions. Everybody else, how do you feel about this re-signing?
Depth move. Exactly. Depth move. I was in one of those.
I think he wanted to come back, y'all. I actually think he wanted to come back.
I know. Yes. No, it was one dude that I was in one of those Falcon groups. He was hot about the Falcon re-signing Dee Alford. Yeah, 31 other team made ass off Dee Alford. I'm like, fool, you ain't like this man got a max contract or something.
Right.
Right.
Sit your ass down. Calm down.
He could have went somewhere else.
Right. My thing is, y'all have to continue to think, man. What money do we have?
We don't have no money.
We ain't got no money.
No money.
So we can get people on the discount, what's it called? Family dollar discount. Hey.
Home time discount.
It ain't even Family Dollar, it's Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree. You know, because y'all got to look at it. You got to look at it. What did the Falcons do best? They go into that damn, they switch it up a little bit. Everybody that's for depth and, placeholders or whatever you want to call them, sometimes they get called back to start. It's a revolving door, for those positions. So it's good to have somebody that's familiar. I don't know how to feel about it.
They hit that bargain bin.
Bargain time.
Bargain town.
He's shopping at Roses.
He said he may or may not make the team. That deal is only 1 year.
But who said he's not going to be the starter again?
There you go.
Exactly. He might not even make it through camp.
Thank you.
A lot of people had an issue with the Philippe Franks sign. I don't have an issue with that. The man trying to make the team. I want somebody who want to be on the team and actually want to fight to be on the team.
You got to get it on 90.
They said it. He has to fight for that position. So they ain't say he coming in to start. He got to fight.
But he did have a good year, but then he fell off the cliff. But maybe it'll be a difference under a different defensive coordinator. We don't know.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Lake gone. So we got more experience than D coordinator now.
Then you got more experience in the backfield too.
Exactly.
He has experience. He's not like he's a first year player. He's not just coming off the waiver. He has experience. He was a starter.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of people blame a lot of stuff on Dee Alford last year. If you look at the game, a lot of stuff went on D.
Right.
Other people made mistakes, but a lot of people made mistakes who are deeper in that backfield. They got a lot of stuff got blamed on these guys who was up front. And it wasn't their fault.
If you look at the defense, the whole he going to San Francisco now.
It's just,
Because who is it? D and Clark Phillips.
Joe Clark Phillips. You smoke crack, don't you?
Yeah. And Jordan Fuller joined the team also.
That's going to be the starting safety right there.
Yeah.
He better that piece. So.
Well, I see somebody mentioned it in the chat. Sorry for my background, y'all. But Justin Simmons he ain't too against coming back.
We don't need him.
We don't need him. We do not need him. I'm sorry.
We got enough life.
We don't know because we felt like Jimmy Lake was a shit show to begin with. So maybe up under our new defensive coordinator, it'll be a difference. We don't know. We need people to fight for a position. And honestly, if that's the case, if he can bring back that player he had in Denver, what's the issue? We need motherfuckers to fight. And if we could get somebody on a deal, it is what it is.
The issue when Justin Simmons grew that mustache. See, light-skinned motherfucker do not need no mustache. That was the issue right there. He should have grown that mustache. He was straight with the baby face. You grow that mustache, you came out here looking like Magnum P.I. And that shit fell apart.
What the hell are you talking about?
That man, I tell you.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I tell you.
Lord.
Y'all do remember, we usually have up to 90, then they cut back, and then throughout the season,
exactly, Christy.
They move people to the practice squad.
Who said it last night?
On the field. And
somebody did say that.
We did it all last year, and it worked. In certain cases, it worked out.
And I'm saying I think it was K Styles. It was somebody on last night's show. They was like, we gotta have 90 men, people. 90.
Yep.
90.
And to have people that is experienced and familiar with the team and team dynamics, they may not be too familiar with the coach, but now they have an opportunity to be there. And a lot of times it was in that rotation that we found the diamond in the rough.
Exactly.
So, hey, if this is your second and last chance, this is it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop the light skin hate. Okay.
A lot on this team here. They hold back. There's a lot of light skin.
Light skinned dude don't look right with no big mustache.
Said, let's get money. 1,400. Said, seen enough last year. Ain't selling me on that this year. Bargain players get you bargain results most of the time.
Not necessarily now. They be fighting now.
I'm about to say we done had some bargain players then came out the motherfucker. So that's not the case.
Now, I mean, I'm gonna have to argue with that one because honestly, when we was looking hella decent, this team could have, at least could have made something out of, maybe not Super Bowl, but we could at least got into the first round of something.
Yeah.
I'm going on record right now. This defense will be a top 15 defense.
Hot take.
I agree with
Coach.
Let me tell you why.
I'm riding.
Let me tell you.
This is just my thought now. I could be wrong. I could be 300% wrong. However, this team was built around who? Who was this defense built around?
Jared.
Grady Jarrett.
Okay. What did it get us? We brought all these bodies in. Who did Grady make better on this team?
Good question.
That's good.
Wait a minute. Was it him or the schematics?
No. Listen. When you have a defensive player that you're trying to build your defense around, you as that defensive player should make somebody else around you better. That's defense in general. If you're the guy on that defense, you got to make somebody around you better. Who has he made better around on this defense?
Nobody better.
In the cafeteria.
I mean, AK got better. Street was actually playing decent. It was some.
But I want y'all to look at this also. I ain't gonna say I look at all of it, but a lot of time when Grady was in there, a lot of things didn't happen.
Right. So who would be the standout? But again, remember how far off they were. It was just different schematics. So they could have been just dissatisfied with how they were playing.
I'm going to say another thing also. Look at the year when Nelson was here. Grady went down. Sack number skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Talk about Ryan Nielsen.
Ryan Nielsen, yep.
But that was coaching. Like I said, that was coaching.
But you look at the players you had though. You got the same players here. Why didn't it happen? It ain't coaching. Defensive line is the defensive line. You do your job. Defense is all about reaction and figuring out where everybody's at. It ain't about you don't have to coach defense. You don't coach defense. You let them play. Defense is totally different than offense. Offense because everything's about timing. Defense is all about reaction.
Right.
Damn,
so
you think he wanted out at the beginning of the season? You think he sort of wanted out? Like
after Kirk started screwing up, Grady wanted to be gone.
Yeah.
I don't know though, but it was conversation saying that well, okay.
I think he wanted out. He wanted
out, but the Falcons didn't want him out either. But I think they just couldn't get to an agreement of a negotiation. He's like, no, you're gonna pay me. They want
to restructure him, and he did not want to.
Yeah.
Sound like what the Bengals doing with Trey Henderson right now.
Who wanted him? He do.
I think by Grady being gone, other players gonna actually shine on that defense.
They already drafted.
I just thought about something too.
They drafted his replacement.
Ain't Grady the last?
Yeah, they did draft his replacement. They did.
AJ's the last one.
No, AJ wasn't on that Super Bowl team.
AJ wasn't on the Super Bowl team. He was the last one. He was the last one.
I think the last person that's on that Super Bowl team is Jake Matthews.
Jake Matthews is the last person. He's the last hurrah from the Super Bowl team. We don't like to mention.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's gonna step up, coach, to put them up at 15? Who would be the player that sort of
if they use these young boys right? Rook. I can see Rook having a great season.
I think Rook gonna have a good year.
I think Trace will actually have a good year. We ain't seen. I mean, he was hurt.
Exactly.
But no, we talking about the big guys in the middle. That's what we talking about. Trace is like a linebacker. He's a rusher.
If the Falcons can push the pocket, the Falcons have a lot more sacks. And that was the problem last year when Grady went out. We was able to push the pocket, and those guys got sacks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. We're going to get right into this quick conversation. I don't know if anybody heard, but Arthur Blank was pretty much asked, is Terry, my cousin, on the hot seat for 2025? Is it a make it or break it season for him? How did he feel about it? And well, Arthur, Blank was like, everybody's it's a crucial season for everybody. He pretty much said, and he's like, but he said, look at teams that have 10, 20, longevity of a consistency of your staff, your accuracy. And, so he's basically saying that I guess Terry is here for the long haul. We just got to tweak some things up.
Yeah.
And he's not going to be fired is what everybody's trying to say. He needs to get gone. But no, I think Arthur Blank is saying no, he's going to be here for quite some time. He's not going anywhere. That's right, ATL.
That makes sense.
That's right. He ain't going nowhere.
A lot of the teams that be changing stuff around every 2-3 years, they don't never.
Yeah, it has issues, and we've seen what happens when we've changed shit around too many fucking years. We've seen that detriment.
So look, it happened with coaches. It happened with GMs. If you keep constantly changing stuff up, you're not gonna get the results that you want at all. Not saying that you'll get the results that you want if you got a bad GM that's been there for years and all that, but it's still the same way if you keep constantly changing things.
I agree, Brian.
That's right.
I definitely agree with
I'm sorry, Whit, I'll let you finish, but you got to think about it. Technically, this was his first year of the changes they made as far as how everything was, put together. We got rid of somebody that was operation of this. They made some moves. So first year to be able to kind of say, all right, I got control of this situation. Hey, Raheem, what's going on? What you need? What have you? You got to think about it. He's not the fucking coach at the end of the day. No, he's here just to make sure that his coaches have the tools and players that they need, everything that they need to make whatever they feel is best for business. That's why the draft. He goes to these training camps. He goes and they actually did some private workouts with some of these draft players, draftees. Behind the scenes, he's coaching, he's scouting, he's making sure we get around the cap situation. That is his job.
He's doing his job.
Exactly.
I think if he didn't do his job, I would have said he was out of there, but he's doing everything he's supposed to do and then some.
I mean, but the thing about it is that Terry got us out of the first cap hell. I believe, really honestly, with the whole Kirk Cousins situation, is that they was looking at a win now situation and they needed somebody. We really wasn't no quarterbacks really out there in the market. And I mean, this was a good quarterback class, but we've already seen what happens to a lot of quarterbacks that's young that get thrusted into QB1. It's sink or swim at this moment. They got rid of pretty much building these quarterbacks and giving them that room to grow. It's you throwing them out in the water, and a lot of these quarterbacks are drowning. While I do not agree with the money they gave, I would never agree with the money they gave. But him bringing in Jesse Bates, I mean Bijan, a lot of the things he's done now in the later drafts that can later on the draft that can be it. But again, that was a tandem between him and Rich McKay for a while. This is the first one. And really, honestly, that's holding, y'all. A lot of these players got hurt in that draft.
Holding.
It was a lot of players hurt in the draft, so we really couldn't see it. But I mean, really, honestly, other than the coaching flaws and that bullshit with Kirk Cousins, they would have been a playoff team. This would have been a completely different conversation. I tell people to let Terry cook. Yes, it's frustrating because we want to win now, but to keep overhauling our upper management is a fool's errand at this point. Now, if Raw don't get his shit together, I love that we got a black coach finally, but he gonna have to hit the bricks. He gonna have to beat his feet real fucking quick. But they just need to figure out what is going on. I believe Raw got about 2 more years. This year and next year. If he don't get
you got one. You got one
more
year.
If he don't get that timeout situation together.
I believe Arthur give him 3. I believe Arthur give him 3. If he gave FedEx 3, he would give Raw 3.
He better.
He gonna give it to him, but he already said
Maybe
I'm
they
disappointed.
would give him hell if something happened this year and he fired Raw automatically. It would be hell to pay. We don't care how he fuck up.
The only way he'll fire him, we have a losing record. We have a losing record, then he'll be gone.
If we start out like he did in 2020, yeah, Raw might be out the door.
He'll be out. He got to win. He got to. I mean, he's on the hot seat right now. So yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say the hot seat. It's Luke. It's warm. I'll put it like that. It's warm. It's not hot. I mean, it ain't Brian Dable hot. But,
that's my nickname for him. He's a leprechaun.
Oh,
yeah. He ended up being fool's goals at the end.
Whoa.
I mean, but I really don't agree with that. I don't like the timeout calls he's played. But the fact that if you have a quarterback who's worth that much money and your top brass is like, this is what this money is. Kirk Cousins is like that. We don't know what's being said in Raw air, and Raw had to make a decision. Obviously, we see what Mike Penix can do. The whole fan base is excited for what he got to do, but we don't know what's being said to this coach. We don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know. He ain't coming to lose the season. It's a mediocre ass season. But from what I saw them changes before that shit went off the deep end with Kirk, I was pleasantly surprised. He has that locker room still. Even Justice Simmons, Grady Jarrett, the players that have left have all spoke very good words about Ross. So he ain't lost that locker room at all.
He has the intangibles.
Speaking of Miss Pam on the Rampage, I think it's part of that showtime to go ahead. The reason why we have Mr. 500. Everybody, congratulations again to Coach for reaching 500 on YouTube. Congratulations. Yes. But this is the portion of the show, something that's never been done on Lady Birds of AFN. We got Pam.
Oh, shit. There you go.
Let's go, Coach. Are you able to share?
Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm ready.
So grab your popcorn, go get you a drink. This is going to be fairly interesting. And then after this, we'll probably wrap it up because we got Loch Ness podcast that follows right after this one. So, Miss Pam, are you ready?
Yes. My first thing, I'm going to trade Mr. Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to look at Tennessee. We're going to look at Tennessee.
Uh-oh. Let's go.
Hot, y'all.
All right, let me get started. Let me get in here.
If they're going to take Kirk out of our hands.
You want to go to first round pick?
I got the music ready.
With Cleveland or Tennessee? Which one?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? You're going to give up a whole bunch.
You think?
You trying to get that first round pick? That first pick?
No. I want to trade Kirk.
Yeah, you want to trade? Yeah, you want to trade Kirk for that first round? They're not going to do it.
No, I want to get a third round from him.
Third round? Okay,
third round.
Get that. You only know. We'll get that too.
I'll get a third round and possibly fifth round if he could do it. I don't know. I'm gonna try.
You want to get a fifth round? And they ain't got a fifth.
Huh?
They ain't got no fifth.
Okay.
Fourth or sixth.
Let's do a six.
You can get that second round and you can get that other third round.
Okay, let's try that.
With Tennessee?
Yes.
You ready?
Ready.
Let's push it out there.
Oh, look at Auntie making deals out there, baby.
You ready? Ready to start it?
Yes, they did. Okay. I'm ready.
Let's get in there. You ready? Let's start it.
Let's start it.
They still got their first round pick.
Here we go, y'all. 15th pick.
15th pick.
Okay. Is any trade offer? Any team want to trade or something?
Yeah, you got something here. You got Minnesota want to give you that 24th. You got Washington want to give you that 29th. And Jacksonville want to give you that 36th next round for that 15th.
Oh, gosh. Let's see. Who was the first one?
Minnesota with 24.
They want to swap places.
They want to swap, and you can rob them.
This
is your draft.
Yeah. I want to rob them. Let's see if they'll take that.
Yeah, they're gonna take it.
Damn,
I want it.
I can rob them for you.
Please do, because you know we need
to set up man out there.
You know, I love pits.
We'll get more for next year.
Okay, all right.
We'll give out 15, get the 24th, their 97th, their second next year, and their fifth next year.
Oh, okay.
Went off that.
Well, all right. Kicking the door, waving the phone. All
right, they accepted that.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay then.
Okay.
We cooking with grease.
I've done millions of these things. I can tell you what they're going to do. All right, now it's time to draft. No more trade. You don't want no more trade.
No. We're gonna draft.
We ain't Blackberry over here.
Blackberry would have got that first. He would have got that first pick.
Ooh, okay. I see my guy there. Let's look at the D line. Let's see what we got in D line and D tackle.
D line. You got Walter Nolan. You got Derek Harmon there.
Derek Harmon. Dang. Okay.
Shamar Turner.
Who are you looking for?
I saw the green guy. Let me go back to the best available.
Yeah, Mike Green's next.
Yeah, we're gonna go with Mike Green.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
And this pick you picking here, that's a great value pick. You're guaranteed to get an A on that one. That's a great value pick.
Yeah, we're going to Mike Green.
You can pick again in like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Get 35.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You got a D lineman too.
Okay. Let's see.
You got the D lineman who's the next best D lineman, the big guy. He's there.
Okay.
Got a lot of good people here.
Yeah. Oh, he do got a lot of good ones.
But he's the second best D lineman, big guy with some weight on him right here.
All right. What about this Siobhan Revels from East Carolina?
I like him too.
So let's go with him.
That's a cornerback.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna look at a center because not to say Newsom is gonna be it, but I just want my guy there. Let's go get Wilson. Jerry Wilson.
Good pick. He had to get him there because he'd been gone.
He's gonna be gone.
97 coming up.
Tate Rattles, well, he a left tackle, ain't he, coach?
Who was that?
Tate Rattles.
He's a guard.
Let's see what the chat going. Let's see.
What they saying?
Said wear a mask next time.
Harmon felt to like 30 something. He felt a long way down.
Let's look at the D line.
Another D lineman.
Yeah, we got to get some big guys up in that middle.
Dante Walker there. You can't go wrong with that one.
Oh yeah, and these Pepples there too.
Can't go wrong with this guy either. Well, these guys here better.
Yeah.
Dante, he's a big guy. He's a humongous body.
Blackberry.
No. Let's see.
Your world.
My world. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Virginia Tech Anise Peppers.
Ooh, you don't want him.
Don't want him?
This is your draft.
No. Wait a minute. How much? Which one is the bigger one out of those three?
Pebbles not. Let me see how big Pebbles is. Pebbles is 290. He's light in the butt.
Home team said get Walker.
Let's get Walker. Let's go with Walker. Let's go with Walker.
And he played in the SEC, so he can't go wrong.
Yeah. Let's go with Walker.
Yeah, enough pick coming real fast. Right, Ryder.
You know, he's the soundboard king, okay?
Let's look at the edge.
You want another edge? I know. There's a couple of them in there.
Let's see what we got there. I don't know.
My guy down there, wait to get him. My guy.
I could probably wait to get him.
Yeah, my guy down there later.
Let's look at the wide receiver.
Great pick.
Okay.
So look at that linebacker spot.
Yes,
This what not whatever.
Linebacker spot too. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at linebacker.
Yeah, that's good linebacker.
Thank you, audience.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all helping me out. Ooh, let's go with that Clemson guy.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Linebacker or wide receiver, Brian. People said.
Let's go with that the Clemson guy.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
I'm gonna go wide receiver next.
All right.
Let's go to wide receiver.
This is so fun.
Oh yeah.
I might just
wide receiver. Ooh wee. Let's see.
I like this kid here.
Uh-huh.
I like him.
Oh, he's a Washington State.
Yeah, he's okay.
Let's go with him.
That's a good pick.
Grab him. Oh, he said, Brian. People said run it back.
That is
maybe
true.
run back in case we trade Algier.
That is a true fact, though. That's a true fact, though.
He said he likes Carter.
But you always listen. If you notice, most people playing coaching what's going with drafting, there's always a running back drafting almost every team every year.
Yeah.
May not be early, but almost every year.
Yeah.
Somebody got to break trend, though, coach.
You always need running backs, man.
Yeah.
And then we draft one last year.
Yeah, we drafted.
We did the Alabama guy.
Yeah, we always draft a running back.
Yeah.
We drafted a running back.
Mm-hmm.
I said, get another linebacker, Auntie.
Okay, let's look at the linebacker.
And that's what what's the name's coming in. The coach. That's who he is. He is the linebacker coach.
Oh yeah.
So
linebacker.
Linebacker. Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm picky. I'm kind of. I got sentimental right with this kid right here.
Got no smile Monday.
Smile Monday. Yeah.
More sentimental right there.
Let's look at the D line. I want to see what they got on that. The front. Let's see. Oh, I like Ty Robinson.
I like this kid here.
I do. I'm gonna go with Ty Robinson.
Coach, why you ain't pick Thor, man?
Huh? Who Thor?
Thor Wilson.
Oh my God. He might be there if I look back.
No, you don't want to. He don't know the hell he is either. I don't know the hell. I never looked him up before, so I don't know the hell he is either.
Y'all, who is the good wide receiver out there? Help me out,
for me, I like Theo. I like this kid here from Missouri. That's who I like. But
yeah, because I think we actually need to draft another wide receiver.
You got one. You got Kyle Williams.
Did I pick? Oh my God! I forgot I picked him. Okay.
Running back.
I gotta remember who I picked. Damn.
What they got? BPA coach.
Best player available is this kid right here.
Who?
He's the wide receiver from Pittsburgh.
Oh. Okay.
I can't wait till I can get my computer soon so I can see all of this. It's so small for me.
Yeah.
If I do my own mock draft, I get my laptop coming up next week.
Tackle, because I'm thinking I better go.
Oh, for the tackle?
Yeah.
Good pick.
Yeah. Oh, my guy Carson Vincent.
Alabama A&M.
I like him.
He's drafted.
Thank you.
There we go. Let's see what you got, Miss P.
All right.
All right. Analyze
it. Do. Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's see.
There's a B.
Ooh, with the A, baby.
What's that? Okay.
With the A for the draft, man.
Give her a clap. Hand clap.
Hey!
She drafted positions that were needed. That's what she drafted. That's what she got.
And for that Kirk Cousins pick, which pick was that?
You got Kirk Cousins pick.
24. No, not 24.
You end up getting the what the hell you got?
35, 103.
She's the second.
35, 103.
Yeah, you got 35, second round 35. Yeah. But you traded your 15.
The players that I wanted. That's good. I got the players that I want. I'm happy with that. That was fun. That was fun.
That was good. That was good.
Good job, Pam.
Let me say this to Miss PJ. I download everybody's stuff that come on.
Okay.
Brian P could say tackle.
Pam got next Terry. Watch out.
Yeah.
And I love this concept. Once I have my I'm getting my laptop service finally. So I'll be able to share my screen soon. We'll probably do a couple of more of these until the draft. And let's do it. If some fans want to come on and try to do some things too, we can do a concept on the Lady Birds of AFN, and I'm gonna do one. So I just can't see nothing right about now. So until I can get my big screen, then I'll be able to do some drafts with y'all. So good job, Pam. Good job. Hi, Auntie Pam and Coach in the scouting department.
What is about whatever he's gonna do one Saturday. All right, come on, about whatever.
All right.
He want to do one Saturday with Coach. Okay. And he comes on at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody. If you don't,
I'll be on the road then.
Thank you for having me on your show last Saturday. I had fun.
You're welcome anytime. All you ladies are welcome. Y'all come on in and talk it up with me. It'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
That was great.
Pittsburgh were overrated as fuck. I seen them play I live right behind the field house. Yeah. So on that note, people, what positions she drafted? I don't know if you can put it back up.
Oh, boy, look. She got an A for her draft.
She got an edge, she got a cornerback, got a center, got a D lineman, she got 2 D linemen, a linebacker, wide receiver, and an offensive tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So she got everything that's pretty much needed.
All the needs.
Save that for me. I need to kind of have that saved. If you could send that to me.
I can.
Yep.
Let me see how to do it. I gotta say, you want to send me? Want your email? Or you want me to say how you want me to send?
My email. I can give you my email.
Yeah, just put it in the chat thing.
Yeah.
So just go to my name. My name's in there. Someone just send it to me that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So, people, this is our extra points because, of course, I said we're just gonna wrap it up so the Loch Ness podcast can come on next. So, if you want any last thoughts, anything you want to talk about that we didn't mention today, or of course, just let everybody know where to find you and everything else. We're gonna start it off with Mr. 500. You got some last words you want to talk about, or kind of give you a prelude to what's coming up? Are you coming on Friday, or is it just gonna be Saturday?
I'll be on Friday. I'm gonna be doing the top safeties of all time.
Oh,
top NFL safeties of all time.
What time Friday, Coach?
I'll let you know. It'll be before 5. How's that? It'll be
I should be out work before 5. I might be on the road.
And Saturday, I'm gonna be doing. I had to change it up because me and Ant got something special going on but Ant had something to do this weekend. But I'm probably gonna do the last 20 first round picks of the Falcons.
Ooh.
Did they a bust, or was a hit, or I haven't got the name for it yet, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But then the following Saturday when Ant come back, we got something special for everybody.
Oh, okay. Holding. Okay. We'll have to. Okay. Let me go ahead and get Wit say her last piece, because I know Holden probably giving you drama right now. So
yes, he is giving me so much grief over here, but that is the joys of motherhood. I say I'm excited for the draft. Shout out to Auntie Pam for.
I'm gonna have my paper and we're gonna be doing some this.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna be with us this time.
Yes, I am. So I'm excited for that, but I'm looking forward to see what other acquisitions we make see if we can squeeze in any before the draft, what ones are going to be happening after the draft, and to see if we actually go in all defense. We've been hearing a lot of rumors of offensive workouts. Will they disappoint us again? Hoping not. But I'm still a Falcons fan. I am a fan to this logo till I die. And I had a Philly fan tease me today. I told him that knocked some cool points off because I thought about dating you, but
wow.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. But
wait a minute now.
I'm serious about my team. He know who he is. I invited him to watch the podcast today. But
you're screwing up, young man. You're screwing up.
Boy, you better tighten up, boy. You better get it together.
You better start saying go Falcons or something. Rise up or something. You messing up, man.
But other than that, I'm just excited to see. Again, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm ready for us to reach new milestones. We gonna get there. But it's time for me to peace out before my child who's on spring break. I got to figure out some activities here to do, but he's running me to death right now.
Oh, I bet. I know that right. But thank you, Miss Witt. Thank you, Holden, for holding it down too in the background. So rise up, Miss Witt. We're gonna see you hopefully next week.
You'll see me next week, unless I got some AKA stuff or I got a paper due. But y'all know
I'm glad you said something about that. I'm glad you said something about the AKA, man. The AKA just had a probate down here in Albany State, man. Shout out to all the new AKAs. Oh, shout out to my niece Sky, man. She just crossed AKA, I believe, at Jackson State.
Hey, welcome to the new soror. Congratulations.
She did up there.
Always good to be pretty. That's the only thing I like that's non-red. Have some shade enough.
Thank you, Miss Witt.
Come say bye-bye. Come here right quick. Come in the camera. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Paul. Hey, Holden. Hey.
What's up, homeboy? Bring it in. What's up,
y'all?
All right. Good night.
Bye, Miss Witt.
All right. And so, Nyght Ryder, go ahead and give your extra points.
My extra point, man. First of all, Auntie Pam, that was a stupendous draft. It was amazing. You did what you did, sweetheart. I got to give you flowers on that one. Second of all, shout out to the whole city of Atlanta, man. Everybody that came out on Saturday for 404 on the ground. If y'all ain't seen the videos, boy, we did our thing, man. Shout out to my brothers from another, man. Showtime ENT, Showstopper, Flow Masters, Cash Camp, my dog, great fella Drew. Shout out to all y'all, man. We went on stage, we showed up. Dingo, shout out to you, dog. We made it do what it do, man.
Also, Nyght Ryder was lit. If anybody was seeing it, go on my wall, go on his wall. I shared it, man. He
everywhere.
He was getting it. He was getting it.
Let me tell y'all something, man. That was the first time those guys performed in over 15 plus years. And we ain't missed a beat.
Y'all showed in. But it makes a lot of sense now, you know.
Yeah, we ain't missed
how much energy you got. You got to have a lot of energy to be doing those type of dances.
That's why I crashed and burned on Saturday too.
Oh, and that's why Nyght Ryder was out like a light. We supposed to went to the Showtime after party. Couldn't make it.
But 10 minutes turned into 30, and 30 minutes turned into 3 hours. Boy, it was over.
You're getting old, young man. You're getting old.
That's what I said.
Sleep is always good.
I said all that dancing and moving. It's like, especially like you said, in that heat.
And then,
it's a whole different ball game.
Man, we went on stage at 2:00. But also, y'all, I'm Yo ATL Raps Award coming up April 26th. If y'all ain't voted, man, go vote. Page 6, Yo ATL Raps Awards. Producer of the year, vote for your boy. Also, producer the King of Beats. Still waiting on a date for that. So
I know they need to come on with it.
Soon as I get a date for that right there, I will let everybody know. But y'all make sure y'all follow me all social media platforms. at Nyght Ryder 229, NYGATRYDER 229 at Nyght Ryder FBU. And then once if y'all ain't seen the video from 404 Day Man.
Who eating some? What's going on?
Coach, what you eating over there?
I ain't eating that.
That might be me.
You got some of them old oatmeal cooking from Dollar General or something.
Don't cook it in nasty.
Thinking that was me, probably.
Mine got from Walmart. My cooking come from Walmart.
I wasn't.
Christy, go ahead and give your final thoughts, your last points.
I really don't have any. Thanks to Coach and all the content creators, including the Ladybirds of AFN, for holding down off season. It's a second year that you can't go a day without finding at least
you're absolutely
content
right.
creators really doing it. Not only doing football, but they doing other sports. So thank you for keeping it exciting and at least keeping me a little bit distracted from other stuff that goes on in life. And so, and also shout out to the people in the chat, because oftentimes Miss Pam could tell you we can be from one live to another, and it's like we have a whole chat family that's out there somewhere.
Yes.
Maybe one day some of these content creators get all these chat family together. We see a lot of people emerging, like William Amy and different ones are starting to, break out from the chat and going on these lives. So, and Coach, to you and Magnus and Big Ant, shout out to you and the rest of the regulators for always keeping it going, because I've been almost around the clock care for some family members, and I can come in and I can cut y'all on. I don't know why it just always sounds like being a kid again, growing up with my brothers, hearing them talk about football. I cut y'all on, and so the dude I'm dating said it's a damn shame, he's having to compete, but that's how I go to sleep sometimes.
Don't do that.
See, these men, they dropping the ball now. Dropping the ball.
I put on
that's insecurity.
Look, he done trying to, he gets on the Ladybird sometimes just to see what we doing, he's trying to holler somebody.
Yes.
So we just out here having a good time.
She ain't gonna be with you, so you got it made now. Just tell her.
Make sure he be at the red and black event.
All right.
All right.
Or not.
I ain't got nothing to say.
And Miss Pam, our residential travel agent.
Right.
Your extra point.
I want to thank the chat. Like Chrissy said, y'all make us wanted to get up and just actually do this. Thank the panel, thank Coach, because I definitely learned a whole lot from him this year. And I want to say, send my deepest condolence to Larry Dixie of the Dixie Way. He lost his dad this past week.
Oh, dang.
So my deepest condolence go to him and his family.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Pam. Yes, rest in peace. Like me over the weekend as well, I lost my uncle on my mother's side. His her brother. And it was just, for one thing with me, it's been back to back for me since I want to say since June. I lost my brother's mother. After that, it was my auntie on my father's side in December. Turn around and I say January or February, I lost another auntie that was a family friend, and now here it is. I buried my uncle. So being there for my mother, I'm okay, but it was really my mom that it was hitting her hard, because it's like, wow, because these people, everybody of her age. So it's like, you got to take care of yourself. And a lot of it was diabetes and, heart failure. It's like, I know you guys want to drink and cut up and thinking you can still do something at 40 years old. Slow your ass down and go to sleep. Take a nap, drink your water, check your blood pressure and your sugar. and go to the doctor. Okay, let's take it serious, people.
I was there today. I'm okay.
And then, Coach went to the doctor today. So
yeah. I got a follow-up appointment tomorrow from that fall I had. So
I got to go get my mammogram this year. And I already did my annual checkup, but I got to do my annual mammogram and all that. So I got that coming up because cancer runs in breast cancer running my family and cancer. So yeah, I got to take that seriously. So on that, everybody prayers to Larry again. That's right. But on that note, people, thank you guys for tuning in to us tonight. We'll be back next week with something to talk about. Go ahead on over to the Lockiness podcast. He's on Atlanta Falcons Nation actually right now. So all you got to do is just come back out of here, refresh, and you'll see Lockiness. Show him some love. Yes. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in to us tonight. Share this content out. We might have a special guest on the show coming up. I think we're trying to make that work. Yes. Out. He's somebody that you probably are familiar with. Yes. But on that note, though, appreciate you once again. And good night, people. And we
Ladybird, Mockingbird, Thunderbird.
Bye. Hey, Coach, I'll send my email address in that private chat.
I got you, Miss Pam. Thank you.
Okay. There we go. Thank you.